All right, welcome everybody. We are here with Nurse Cindy,
Hi, everybody.
and we're just talking a little bit about electrolyte supplements. Hey.
Hey.
Here's our electrolyte supplements.
I got introduced to the Keto Chow people a couple of years ago, I guess when I first started keto. Or was it on the cruise last year?
Oh, it was probably on the cruise.
Yeah, it was on the cruise last year.
Yeah.
Fell in love with their fasting drops, which are amazing. Now they've reformulated them. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have done and why.
So we have 3 different electrolyte supplements. The fasting drops we reformulated, Megan Ramos actually helped us reformulate them to have a lot more sodium and then less potassium, because in renal failure patients, they can't have the extra potassium because their kidneys can't handle it. And so we changed our fasting drops to have a lot more sodium and then the less potassium.
So if you're on a diuretic that wastes potassium, this would probably not be your first choice unless you're a renal patient as well. But if you have something that's causing you to waste potassium, like many of those loop diuretics are, which a water pill, you might want to go with something that was more to your original formula. But I like this for someone with renal failure. Megan Ramos is with Intensive Dietary Management and Dr. Jason Fung. So she helped formulate that. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So this is very intentionally to have higher sodium and less potassium. And so take that into account when you look at what you're wanting to purchase.
Yeah. And then another one that we got for me, because I wanted to try it, was magnesium. We have our original electrolyte drops, which we used to call fasting drops, which has all 3 sodium, potassium, and magnesium, but it just doesn't have as much magnesium as I needed. And so we found this magnesium and decided to carry it. It has 200 milligrams of magnesium. Some people need 400 milligrams a day, but I have been doing really well just having this 200 milligrams of magnesium a day. I do half a cap.
As a supplement, right?
As a supplement,
Right.
yes. Half a cap in the morning and half a cap at night, and I just throw it in whatever I'm drinking at the time, and it really helps with headaches, leg cramps, occasional constipation, just
Yeah,
A
magnesium,
lot of
ladies and
things.
gentlemen, has over 400 interactions inside of the body, and the vast majority of Americans are very, very low in magnesium because of that standard American diet that we follow with all the junk food. But even when you're on a ketogenic diet and you're eating more whole foods, here's what happens. As you start to lose your, as you start to diurese or urinate out a lot of the water weight that you lose, what happens is sodium exits out, it drags potassium with it, and then your electrolytes become imbalanced and even your magnesium can drop. And that is one of the major components when you get those horrible leg cramps, when you have the lethargy, maybe your mind is racing at night. Some people have the opposite and they can't sleep. Magnesium, just Google it. Amazing. And what's important about what they've done is they've done an ionic magnesium, and what that means is it's much more bioavailable to you. And we were talking before the video a little bit about any magnesium supplementation is better than none, but a lot of people use a magnesium oxide.
you just get it over the counter. A doctor will prescribe magnesium, and they'll get it at Costco, Walmart, anywhere. And the one that's easiest to get is magnesium oxide, which is still better than nothing. But
Not
this
by
is a lot.
Not by much. Well, here's what's interesting is I've been keto almost 3 years, but I still have occasions when I have leg cramps. And I came up to her yesterday and I said, I have to have magnesium drops before I go to bed tonight, because when I travel and I sit in airplanes for extended periods of time, I was in 4 different cities this week, those are the weeks that I tend to not be consuming enough liquids and things. So I had 2 nights in a row, I was just up and down all night. And I did what she recommended, a half a dropper when I got it. The little cap is sort of your measuring.
Yeah.
Half of a cap full, and then half of a cap full before I went to bed. A, I slept like a baby, and B, no leg cramps.
So you woke
It's
up every 30
amazing.
minutes and cried?
I was so thankful. No, I did that this morning when I woke up, because it was daylight savings time
Yes.
too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so I these magnesium drops, and they come in 2 different sizes. Let's show them. Let's put this down for
yeah.
a minute. Let's show them the 2 different
there's-
This
sizes.
is our old packaging. We've got
So-
new packaging.
Chris will be able to zoom in.
Oh, yeah.
Or
I can zoom in. No, you
Yeah,
just
we
sit
got
there.
it.
We could do like, wow. So this is what I travel with. This is fantastic. And the way they've made the little cap is that it's like a little measurer. So you can, there's little lines inside of it. So that's awesome. And then this is your refill bottle. So I don't know what type of specials you guys have, but this is like clearly economically a much better deal than just buying a bunch of these.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend.
So there's 10 doses in the small one. There's 100 doses in the big
Wow.
one, so you can refill the small one 10 times.
Nice.
And then when you buy the big one, it comes with an empty little one. So
Nice.
you really want to just buy the big one.
And the big one
But
is
the
3
small
times
ones are
the
nice
price
to
of the
try
small
out.
one.
Yeah.
So you get 10 times the amount for 3 times the price of this. So don't buy this by itself. Buy this, get your free empty bottle. No. And then do you have those? I bought the pack.
Well, yeah. So we
Wait,
have bundles.
Yes,
So there's a bundle.
all 3. Yay.
This.
What?
Anyway, so there's a bundle that has all 3 of the
All
big
the
ones
bigs, yeah.
with the empty little ones, as well as another bundle that's all 3 of the little ones. It's just kind of a way to get them all, try them out, see which one you like better.
And see what you need. Yeah.
What your body needs. And I will tell you that magnesium, I cannot overstate how important it is for you to have adequate levels of magnesium, especially for those that are saying that I can't sleep well at night. It's very calming. It has so many important cellular interactions. So if you're just not feeling the thing, even if you're supplementing with maybe a salt shot or you're doing some of that new salt to get your potassium, this might be the formulation for you, because I can't believe how well I slept and 0 leg cramps. And so I'm just thrilled. And what else should we talk about this? This is amazing.
I don't know.
Oh, what you're doing.
Oh, me?
We're going to do a cameo now, because Keto Chow, I think of them for 2 main lines. One are their meal replacement shakes, and one are their, what I thought was just the fasting drops, but now we've got all these other options.
Yeah.
And you've been doing an experiment.
Yeah, I've been doing well. So I thoroughly believe in our product. So we make a meal replacement shake that's designed to give you 1/3 of all of your nutrients, all your
18
vitamins.
flavors.
And there's 18 flavors. It's all the vitamins, the minerals, the electrolytes, everything that you need. And it's quite simply because I'm very lazy, and I wanted something I could just mix up and not have to worry about all of the stuff. So I made this shake, and right now I'm doing I'm doing a thing where it's
66 days in or 67?
right now. Yesterday I was 67. That means today is 68.
68.
So today is 68 of 100 days where it's the only thing I've eaten is the Keto Chow.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a shake.
No solids at all. You're doing like a liquid fast
I
with
did
the
have
keto
2
shake.
little pickles yesterday.
Shame.
I know, but
2 pickles.
I don't consider pickles anything other than electrolytes.
He's fickle because he had some pickles.
Pickle, it's true. But yeah, I haven't been eating any caloric solid foods.
Wow.
People say, well, how do you chew? And I'm like, well, I have sugar-free gum, but
What's happened how has your body responded to this?
so it's actually been really good. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is to prove that yes, this is feasible. Okay, I don't recommend to people that they do 3 meals a day, because only crazy people like me do that, or people who have jaw surgery, things like that.
Wow.
But I want to prove that you can do this for keto. Anyway, I started on January 2nd. I'm down 31 pounds as of like Tuesday.
So 60.
Yeah,
So that's about a
okay.
half a pound a day.
It's really close. That's about what my average is. It was like
Yeah.
It was 0.4903 or something like that. Anyway, I've lost. It's almost 3 inches from my midsection. And I've been getting blood tests the entire time to see what's going on, and I've been checking my ketones daily. And what day is today? Today's Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Friday, Keto Mojo is here. I
Right.
went over to their booth and I said, let's see, 5.2.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
really high ketones.
High.
Now,
wow.
I
That's
don't
amazing.
recommend to people that they chase ketones.
No, don't chase the ketones. But
it's not necessary.
It's reassuring that these shakes with what they have put in it
Yeah.
allow you to stay in nutritional ketosis. And a ketosis that if you suffer with a lot of joint pain or aches and, or your energy's low, it might be interesting. We don't chase them. We
Yeah.
let our body just produce them. But the foods you choose, and stress and sleep and things like that, but the foods you choose have a lot to do with it. So I think that's a nice assurance for your listeners that this is going to actually be, at least for this N of 1 for
Hi.
Chris, this is going to be something that's really helps you stay in a nice state of nutritional ketosis.
Yeah, and it is a nice assurance, because people are like, oh, well, such and such ingredient isn't keto. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
All right, keto police, just they're
The keto police.
Yep.
And I also drank diet soda yesterday.
What?
Drink a diet soda.
Confessions.
You just killed 800
We
brain
also
cells.
had some electrolyte drops and some mag drops.
Yeah.
yesterday.
Okay, so speaking of our own product,
Yes.
this morning I woke up and I had a headache. I had a headache bad, and then we
It
got
was the
in
pickles.
here. Well, yeah, it is. Oh man, I'm so dirty.
Still pickles.
But we got in here. I grabbed a big bottle of water. I dumped in some
Flavoring.
Crystal Light stuff, and I just took the big bottle and just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the electrolyte
I
drops.
I think I put in
Ah,
I think I
wow.
put in 3 capfuls,
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's super salty.
and then I
And-
tasted it and I added some more.
Yep. So you ended up, how'd your headache go?
My headache's gone, which is really good
And
because I
it's
had to
been
carry
like a
around
half
a bunch
an
of stuff.
hour.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
fantastic. So.
Yeah.
Headaches are often due to your what they call volume depletion. So if you're not replacing the sodium, you can drink all the water you want on keto, but if you don't get some sodium in, that water's just going to come out and it's actually going to drag more sodium with it and more potassium. So I would highly recommend, if you have a history of headaches, this is something you want to really consider, are either the fasting drops, or what you now call electrolyte drops.
Yeah, it was the electrolyte
and or
drops
the
that I used.
that's what you used this morning, and or magnesium drops. But that sodium and potassium are so vital because it helps hold on the liquid. It keeps your body from flushing it out, and that increases the volume in your circulating blood. And when you have adequate blood volume, I'm not talking about red blood cells or hemoglobin, I'm talking about just the plasma that carries the red blood cells. When you have enough volume, that headache is many times just whoop, it goes away.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I was going to use some magnesium drops this morning, but we were really low, and I let Miriam have it.
they've been swamped.
I know,
Their booth
he's
has
so
been
nice.
swamped. So,
Well, this was at our house.
oh, that's right.
We
You,
used up a whole bottle since we've been here.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, too
Miriam
funny.
burned through pretty much the whole little bottle.
Oh, that's too funny.
Traveling and just, yeah.
Well, I am so thankful you guys invited me to join you, and I really sincerely, the nurse in me, I'm Ask Nurse Cindy, I'm a registered nurse times 41 years. I encourage you, if you have not tried these drops, get the bundle minimally, or get whichever one you feel best meets your needs. You won't regret it.
And where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on Ask Nurse Cindy on Facebook. I'm Ask Nurse Cindy on YouTube. Very creative.
She'll also be at the
And
Keto
Instagram.
Salt Lake Conference
I don't
on
do
April
Insta-
26th and
oh,
April
do it.
27th. Won't you?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
She's just asking me about Instagram. So Instagram and I are I have an account. I think it's called Ask Nurse Cindy, but I don't do well with it. I need education. But yes, I am so excited to be coming to Keto. What's it called?
Salt Lake.
I'm
Keto
so
Salt
excited to be coming to
Keto Salt Lake.
blooper. I'm so excited to be coming to Keto Salt Lake April 25th and 26th, where I will
Lake. Close.
talk.
26 and 27.
26.
I'm so excited to be coming to be asked to be a speaker at Keto Salt Lake the 26th and 27th of April 2019, and it is in
Salt Lake City.
at
The Free Enterprise Center.
Miller Free Enterprise.
the
Yeah.
Miller Free Enterprise Center.
Well, if you go to ketosaltlake.com, you'll find it. It's something that we wanted to do for the community. We priced the tickets as low as we possibly could.
We
And
wanna
by
bring
we, I don't
keto
mean
to the
Keto
people.
Chow.
Yeah.
I mean the Keto Salt Lake Conference, because
I
Keto
mean,
Chow is
Chris
just
and Miriam there.
Yeah, Chris and Miriam Bear, Keto Salt Lake Conference. Just Google
Yeah.
that and it'll come up.
Yep. And it's also one of the many entries on lowcarbevents.com, which is just a calendar site that lists every single low carb
Wow.
event that we've been able
Yeah,
to find.
so if you know about one we don't know about, we want to put it on that event page.
Absolutely.
So let us know.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Let's once again, here we go. You
Yay.
need to order this. You will not regret it.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.